So guys, a lot of people, especially Mazi Nnamdi Kanu supporters, are asking why did Nnamdi Kanu, relieve or allow his lawyers to, withdraw from the case and all that, and people started spreading rumors that Nnamdi Kanu is having beef with his lawyers, that his lawyers were incompetent, this and that. Just chill. In this particular video, I'm going to tell you the main reason why Nnamdi Kanu, as a matter of fact, allowed his lawyers to withdraw themselves from this particular case. And aside that, I'm equally going to show you the reaction of these particular lawyers led by Kanu Agabi and SAN Ikpeazu, what they said after they withdrew from this particular case. I'm going to show you what they said and equally tell you the main reason behind this particular case. Nnamdi Kanu, trust me, he's a very smart man, and his lawyers, they are not having any issue. This is what, like an agreement that they had, and there is a reason why that agreement was agreed upon, that his lawyers will actually withdraw from the case, especially now that the case is entering into a defense level whereby the accused will not defend himself by bringing in witnesses. Something is cooking up. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu listed about 23 witnesses that are going to stand in to defend him, and many people were shocked when he listed Abubakar Malami and other Sanwo-Olu, Umahi and all that. Many people were asking, why is it that Nnamdi Kanu listed these people? I'm going to explain to you the main reason why each and every one of them he listed as witness is very important, and why he actually listed them. Many people said, is it possible for someone to list his enemies as part of his witness? I'm going to dissect and explain everything here. So please kindly stay with me when we dissect across everything that actually happened today. Please, if this is your first time, do well to subscribe, because we'll be giving you hot and important updates about Nnamdi Kanu's case on this particular channel. So do well to like this particular video, drop a comment, share this video, and click on the notification button. If you've not subscribed, you're missing. So do well to subscribe. Let me first of all play the video of what Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer said after they withdrew from that particular case, and the reason they gave and what they said. When we come back, we talk about the main reason why Nnamdi Kanu allowed his lawyers to do that.
Emeka Etiaba SAN, number of boys has decided to conduct defense by himself. He has a right to do so. We respect that decision. We wish him well going forward. Thank you very much.
So guys, from the video, if you listen attentively to what Kanu Agabi said, that Nnamdi Kanu has the right to represent himself, it is constitutional, but I'm going to tell you why they actually did what they did, and they wished him well. Now let me tell you why Nnamdi Kanu did that, and why he actually allowed Kanu Agabi and SAN Ikpeazu to go. Now Nnamdi Kanu, remember, has always had he has not had the opportunity to speak, especially when you go to courtrooms. It's only your legal representatives, your lawyers, that are meant to speak. So if you watch all through Nnamdi Kanu's case, he will just sit idle there, and at the end of the day, some of these lawyers will be the ones doing the talking and all that, which is what the court permits. But now he is going to be speaking directly. And this is where the attention of the international community, the attention of the human rights bodies, the attention of everybody, because now it is coming directly from him. It is no longer Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers, because Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers do not have that particular popularity or fame. But now it is Nnamdi Kanu that will now be challenging and speaking directly to court and telling the court what he actually passed through, what he faced during the extraordinary rendition. He will defend every single thing. Remember, that does not mean that he will not be getting legal counsel and advice from Kanu Agabi and SAN Ikpeazu. These people are still working behind the scene, just that Nnamdi Kanu will be the one working in front of the scene during the trials in court before Justice James Omotosho. So the essence of this is for them to know, because now when he will be the one to interrogate Malami and all those witnesses, Umahi and co. So the world will actually understand that this is coming directly from this particular man's mouth. They will see the persecution, they will see the undiluted truth and all that. So now it is like the message is coming directly from him, and it will get more attention, like I said. So that is one of the reasons why Nnamdi Kanu said, please withdraw. Let me actually, be at the forefront of this particular matter now, so that it will not be like we are hearing from the horse's mouth. And international media will not carry it and pay more attention to this. At least Nnamdi Kanu will not be appearing on screen and giving speeches and defending himself. So imagine BBC. Remember, just the protest that happened on Monday, the BBC World carried the news. So imagine how they will not keep on carrying this particular news, because they will carry both the videos of this particular man speaking in court and what he said in court. So that is one of the reasons that Nnamdi Kanu did what he did. He wants a direct, interface, or probably he wants a direct confrontation with this particular judge. So the entire world and the UK, where he is equally a British citizen, will actually see what's going on. Meanwhile, that's that for that. Let's briefly talk about the witnesses that Nnamdi Kanu will bring, and why Nnamdi Kanu, called some of those witnesses. The main reason behind why he called Malami, Umahi, Sanwo-Olu and co. About how many of them, I'm going to list the exact reason why he did what he did. Remember, he called 23 witnesses and divided the 23 witnesses into two. The first part of the witness he called them voluntary witnesses. And I'm going to show you then the rest part. He called them compellable witnesses, meaning witnesses that the court is going to subpoena for them to come to court and testify. So let us dive straight to the point. I'm going to start by listing the compellable witnesses, like people like Umahi and Kwan, the reason why Nnamdi Kanu called them. Now look at your screen and see the reasons. Now the number one person here we have on our list is, as you can see on the screen, is Abubakar Malami SAN, being the former Attorney General of the Federation under Buhari. He said the former Attorney General of the Federation, number 12, Yalinga Street, Wuse 2, Abuja, to testify on directives and authorizations connected with the defendant's extraordinary rendition from Kenya in June 2021. Nnamdi Kanu is very smart. Now, when Abubakar Malami comes, he's going to explain to the court, and remember, why he's explaining to the court, he's going to explain to the international community how he, international community, France had illegal extraordinary renditioning. Because Nigeria and Kenya do not have an extradition treaty, and Nigeria did not apply for any extradition this thing before they abducted this particular man from Kenya. So imagine Abubakar Malami speaking now. The world will not see how he's going to indict himself and attract a lot of sanctions if care is not taken. So like I said, this is a very big game that this particular man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is playing. So remember that Abubakar Malami will not come. Nnamdi Kanu will not interrogate him. This is how you abducted me and all that, and the world will actually see. Remember, Kenyan court has actually ruled that what Nigeria did was illegal extraordinary rendition. The Supreme Court has ruled. So the world will not see the person who perpetrated that particular act. Let's go ahead. Now, the second person he called here is Ahmed Rufai Abubakar, who is the former Director General, the National Intelligence Agency. He said, his address is Magazi Muazi Crescent, Katame Extension, FCT Abuja, to testify on the operational and diplomatic coordination of the rendition. The National Intelligence Agency, the person as of then being Ahmed Rufai Abubakar, was involved in the extraordinary rendition. So everybody, all these people that are involved in one way or the other, are going to appear before the court. So they will explain to the international community, because all international communities, France at the UN, the United Nations, France has at illegal extraordinary renditioning. Now the third, but not the least, is Yusuf Bichi, who is the Director General, Department of State Services, being DSS. You can see his this thing here, to testify on knowledge and authorization of rendition operations, custody conditions, and compliance with legal procedures. So Bichi, who is the DG of DSS, is going to equally appear to explain how he authorized the renditioning of Nnamdi Kanu and all that. So this is the third person. Now the fourth person that Nnamdi Kanu is going to subpoena or compel to come as a witness is the DSS officer involved in the rendition. His name was actually withheld, that to be cross-examined regarding direct involvement in the defendant's abduction and illegal transfer, fabrication of witness statements, and custodial abuses. Remember when Justice James Omotosho gave Nnamdi Kanu victory in what he called trial within trial, after it was revealed that Nnamdi Kanu was forced to make a statement in the DSS detention. So probably that is one of the DSS officers that is going to come to testify. Then the fifth person Nnamdi Kanu is going to bring is Lieutenant General Tukur Yusuf Buratai, retired former Chief of Army Staff of Nigeria. Then he said he's going to testify on the 2017 invasion of the defendant's residence and the chain of command authorizing the military operation. Remember, in 2017, the Nigerian military invaded Nnamdi Kanu's home, where he actually ran away, which the Supreme Court equally said that he did not jump in, rather he ran for his life. So the person that actually was the former Chief of Staff as of then was Buratai, Yusuf Buratai. Nnamdi Kanu said, come to the court and actually explain this. Now, the sixth person is Engineer Dave Umahi, the governor of Ebonyi State. and the chairman of Southeast Governors Forum as of then, to testify regarding the proscription of IPOB without judicial order and its consequences. Remember, there have been a lot of contemplation if Buhari and the federal government followed due process before they proscribed IPOB as a terrorist group. So he's calling on Umahi to come and defend this one too. The next person is Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu, former governor of Abia State, to testify on his knowledge and administrative participation in the 2017 military invasion within Abia State. So he's calling his governor, who was the governor then when the military invaded his home, if he was part of it and probably, because since he's the governor, if he was one of the people that gave the authorization. So Nnamdi Kanu is going to cross-examine him too. Now, the next person is Senator Hope Uzodinma, the governor of Imo State, to testify on public statement following Ahmad Golak's death and subsequent clarification exonerating IPOB. Remember, the federal government accused Nnamdi Kanu of being one of the people that perpetrated the act that, unalived Golak. So he's calling Hope Uzodinma, who was the governor when this incident happened in Imo State, to come and speak or state which people actually did that. Now, the ninth person is Nyesom Wike, the FCT Minister and former governor of Rivers State, to testify on the Obi-Igbo massacre following the NSAS protests and the rule of security forces under his authority. The Obi-Igbo massacre is a very big one, and Nyesom Wike was the governor as of then. Then Babajide Sanwo-Olu, governor of Lagos State. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, governor of Lagos State, who is going to testify on the findings of the Lagos State NSAS judicial panel, particularly the Lekki Toll Gate massacre, evidencing state pattern of repression. They accused Nnamdi Kanu that he instigated the NSAS people, but meanwhile, the NSAS panel did not even mention his name in their entire report and all that. Now, the 11th person is Theophilus Danjuma, to testify on his 2018 public warning urging self-defense against infiltrated armed forces, contextualizing the defendant's advocacy for self-defense. So Nnamdi Kanu is calling on Danjuma, who has always told people to resort to self-defense. Nnamdi Kanu said this is the same thing he told Igbo people to do against maybe Fulani headsmen and all that kept on disturbing their communities. Now, the last but not the least of the compellable witnesses is Adeola Ajayi, who is the director of the DSS headquarters in Abuja, to clarify public lectures and statements advocating lawful community defense against terrorists and invaders relevant to interpreting the defendant's own broadcast. So Nnamdi Kanu is calling on the current DSS DG to come and explain what he means when he was advising communities to resort to self-defense. Nnamdi Kanu wants to use it to explain some of the statements he made when he told some Igbos to actually resort to self-defense. So you could see some of the witnesses and the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is actually calling on them that they must come to court as his own witness so that he can cross-examine them and equally tell the court what truly transpired.